That is probability. Where is probability? Yes, just a minute. Okay, we'll start, students. To Dia and Anya, is there any sports going on in your school? Morning. Okay, Bhargavi, did you attend yesterday? Okay. Fine, we'll start probability, students. Probability chapter from space. Okay, what do you mean by probability? How many of you remember this chapter? Did you have it? Did you have it at 9? You'll add it in 9. Ratio of success. Okay. 50, 50. What is there in ninth? Ninth did we study? We had 50-50 chances ratio. Others answer. Kia, what is probability? Malavika, Cecilia, what do you know about probability, students? Something. Okay, probability. Cecilia, can you respond? Malavika, Cecilia, no idea. Same. Tell me, Malavika. Okay. If you roll a die, okay, straight away you are giving example. Dice. Probability. See, more often we use the word probably, right? What do you mean by probably, students? Yes, may or may not. There are lot of meaning for this. May or may not. Okay. May or may not, may be. So, in short, it is 50-50 chances. We can't predict. It is unpredictable. Probability is derived from the word probably. Okay, probably. What's the spelling? Okay, probably. It is derived from the word probably, student. So, it is 50-50 chances. And even something can occur or may not. Today, will it rain? Can we predict it? No, right? Bangalore last week it rained, students. Today it was heavy rain. Nobody could predict. So the chances are 50-50. If you're not able to predict, it is 50. What is this 50-50 is nothing but 50%. And yeah, what Abigail, most of you were able to figure it out. I mean, you all were able to answer. It is basically ratio 50% divided by 50%. Percentage will get cancelled, you get 50-50 or 50 is to 50. 50 is to 50. Again, if you reduce, you get 1 is to 1 chance. Okay, so probability. In probability, we have three things. You have to remember those three things are event. Event is something which is going to happen today. Example, you're going to roll a die. Roll a die. Die or dice. How many sides the dice have? Dice has six sides, right? It has six sides. So if you're rolling a die, that is known as event. I mean an experiment. Not event, experiment. Experiment. All this is not important, but just remember the word student. Experiment is when you roll a die, that process. Okay, is the online? Can you see the screen there? Fine. Anything, students. In reality, we call it as playing. You play, you roll the die. In probability chapter, in probabilities, when it comes to studies, we call it as experiment. So experiment is nothing but it is something which produces an outcome, students. It produces an outcome. First time, if I roll a die, can I predict it can definitely fall number three? No, right? You can't predict it. But it may fall or it may not. You can't 100% be sure that it might fall on three. In the same thing, instead of a die, let me take a coin first, students. We'll start with coin. A coin has how many sides? Coin has two sides. What are those two sides? Head, the other one is tail. Yes, the first one is head, the other one is tail. For one coin, I'm talking about single coin. If I flip a coin, that process is known as experiment. Something we do with a coin is known as experiment. Now, event. Event is favorable outcome. What are the two chances, students? First time if I flip, I'll either get it. Second time if I flip, can't predict, right? It can fall head again, or it can fall tail, or continuously it can fall tail. You can't predict it. So this is an event. An event is favorable outcomes. I mean possible outcomes. So outcome is nothing but the answer. If you have a single coin, it can either fall head or tail. This is known as the outcome, students. Total outcome. So you have to remember what is experiment, event, and the answer is known as outcome. Outcome we also call it as sample space. Okay, sample space is nothing but you represent these two things in a bracket. This is known as sample space, head and tail. So sample space, the other meaning for sample space is total possible outcomes. Total possible outcome. Okay, total possible outcome. You flip a coin, you're either going to get head or tail. Total possible outcome. Now, what do you mean by probability? I told probability is 50-50 chance. In this, three things you have to remember. One is sure event. Event, I told you what is event. Something which occurs. Example, head and tail, head. Whatever answer you get, event is like a result. Result. Okay. So you have three things, students. One is sure event. Sure event is 100%. For 100%, the value is 1 for 100%. Okay, next is impossible event. Impossible event. Impossible is which is not possible. 100% it won't occur. The value for this is 0. So probability lies somewhere between sure event and impossible event. So sure event is something which you can 100% be assured of, students. If I tell your board exam is next month, is it sure event or impossible event or probability? Uh, will anyone conduct next month? Is it possible? Board exam. I'm talking about board exam, maybe. No, right? They were 100%. We can assure they won't conduct. That is known as sure event. I mean impossible event. They're not going to conduct it, students. If I ask about board exam, so the value for the question which I told you, which I asked you all, will they conduct board exam on June? Impossible event. The answer is 0. Yes. Sure event. Will your unit test be conducted on June or July? On July? Are there chances? Yes, there are chances. They will surely conduct it, right? See, why these students are joining late? Anya, why have you joined late, Anya? How many times to tell you all? Is Anya online? Dia, why did you join late? Hmm. See, class starts at 7:30, right? If one student join, I have to wait, students. Even Anya, I can't keep repeating. Okay, just go through the recording. How many times to tell you all? Okay, sure event is something which 100% happens. So your test definitely in June or July, first unit test, students. Impossible event. Impossible event is, impossible event I told you, sure event. Tell me about probability. What is probability, students? Probability lies between which two? Sure event and impossible event. Yes. For example, rain. I asked you about rain. Will it rain today? We can't predict. That comes under 0 and 1. So the probability lies between 0 and 1, like this. This is the formula you'll have to learn. It's a very easy topic. Starting one or two questions, you'll feel tricky. It's a very easy chapter. So we studied this in sets. Which chapter is that? Linear inequation, students. So P stands for probability, and we represent probability of event is P in bracket E. E stands for event, P of E. Okay, probability always lies in between 0 and 1. So the answer for that is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. I'll tell you when we use numbers up to 0.99, students. After 0.99 you get 1. Fine. Now if I tell you all if I ask a question, what is the probability of having two prime ministers? Is it possible to have two prime minister? So if they ask this question, what kind of event is this? Sure event or impossible event? Impossible. Yes. Impossible even. You can't have two prime minister. Can have only one. Can we have two principals for your school? It's not possible, students. Okay. Can they make your school co-education? That's what. Maybe or may not, right? So that comes under which one? Probably. You can't 100% sure, student. You can't tell it. It's not a sure event. Example, Germans also was a boys' school. They made it co-education. Like that, there are chances. All these terms are known as probability. Maybe or may not be. 50-50% chances. So practically when you apply these topics in questions, we use only one formula. It is related to your marks. Example, you score 30 out of 50. You represent like this, right? In this, which is your mark? 30. And which is, what is this 50? Yes, total. Correct. In probability, the denominator is also total outcome. That is total answer, total outcome. And numerator is favorable outcome. Favorable outcome. So now I'm going to explain what is favorable outcome by total outcome, students. First, let us take coin. I told you a coin has two sides. So what are the total possible outcomes for a coin? It can either fall head or tail. Nothing more than that. It can either fall head or tail or head. So this is known as total outcome, students. Total outcome, or we call it as sample space. Sample space. Sample space is the overall answer. Sample space is head and tail. So there are three names: total outcome, sample space. Only two things: total outcome and sample space. Now, if I'm going to flip a coin, there are two people, A and B. Okay, two people. The first time when I'm going to flip a coin, A calls it head. A wants to choose head. So what is his favorable outcome? What is A to head? Divided by what is the total outcome we have? Head and tail. So this you have to convert into numbers. Head is one value, head and tail are two values. What's the probability? The answer is 1 by 2. So the probability of head falling is 1 by 2. In the same way, B calls out. Now B wants tail, students, tail. B cannot call head or tail, or B cannot call both. It can call any one. So B is choosing tail. So what is the favorable outcome for B? Tail. And what is the total outcome? Comma. But we don't represent like this. We represent in terms of number. Tail is one value. Head and comma is 1 plus 1. So when you convert into percentage, we multiply by 100%. If you reduce, what are we getting? Understood the concept? I told you 50-50, right? This is how we get 50%. Okay, this is how we get 50. Let me take a die. Don't write anything. Let me take dice. This is the spelling, right? Die or okay, dice. How many sides the dice? Dice has 6 sides. What are the total possible outcomes, students? Total possible outcome. 1 to 6. Total possible outcomes are either it can fall one at a time, number 2 can fall, number 3, number 4, number 5, or number 6. It doesn't have 7, 8, 9, 10. It has only 1 to 6. This is total possible outcome, or we call it as sample space or sample space. So when it comes to sample space, we need to write this, students. We need to write the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, remember this sample space should be written as set. I wrote it wrong. The meaning of sample space is the entire value should be written, the entire number should be written in set form. I'll write it as sample space. Okay. Total outcome. When we talk about total outcome, you should convert this in terms of number. Total, how many numbers are there? How many sides it has? 6, right? Yeah, total outcome is 6. So this is the difference between sample space and total outcome. Sample space, write everything, all the values, right? Total outcome, count them. Count. It has 6. Okay. Now, if I'm going to roll a die, what is the probability of getting number 3? Number 3 has only, if you convert in terms of number 3 is only 1, right? One. The formula is possible outcome divided by total outcome. Possible outcome. This is the formula. Outcome divided by total outcome, students. Total outcome. So total outcome is the total value 6. Possible outcome. How many times 3 will fall, students? Only 1, right? It is only 1 unit. 1 by 6 is the answer. So this is the answer. This is how you have to write. There's only one formula in this. One formula. So probability of, what is the probability of getting 2, 3? How many numbers are there? 2 numbers are there. What is the possible outcome? Sorry, whatever we want, that is favorable outcome, students. Favorable outcome divided by total possible outcomes. You can just write possible outcome or total outcome. Total possible outcomes. So here we know total possible outcome for a die is 6. Denominator is fixed. Numerator, how many numbers are there? 1 plus 1. If you reduce it, what are you getting? 1 by 3. So 1 by 3. Probability lies in between which one? What I told you all. Probability lies between 0 and, all of your response, students. What's the value I told? 0 and 1, right? If I divide 1 by 3. If I divide 1 divided by 3, what are we getting? 0.33. We know 0.3 lies in between 0 and 1. So this is the probability. You don't have to write 0.3. 1 by 3 is the answer. Is this clear? All of you understood the concept of probability? Response, students. So I'll tell you how to write. Probability of an event. Make a note of this. Write probability, chapter name. Write down the formula. Probability of an event is equal to number of favorable outcome. Favorable is what we like, what we choose. That is favorable. Number of favorable outcome divided by total number of outcome. And they denote, instead of each and every time writing this words, they denote a value, students. N stands for number, E stands for favorable outcome. Make a note. E stands for favorable. In the same way, small n stands for number, S stands for total outcome. N of E divided by N of S. This is the formula. So probability of event. Completed. I will make a note of the formula. Number of favorable outcome divided by total number of outcome, students. Then the next thing is sample space. Sample space is the overall value. Sample space. Your question. So you'll have for your syllabus, you'll have only one coin, 2 coins, 2 coins and dice. There is no cards. Okay, sample space is the total outcome. You have to write in terms of set. If 2 coins, we have only head and tail. This is the sample space. And if you convert into numbers, total there are 2 values. 2 values. Just make a note. What is the sample space for dice, students? For dice. What's the sample space we have? 1 comma. What are the different numbers we have? Yes. So for one coin, this is sample space for one dice. Each time you roll. Now two coins. What if you take two coins? Okay, stop writing. Look at the screen. Two coins concept is very important. If you don't understand the logic, you won't be able to solve. Let me take two coin. This is coin 1 and coin 2, students. One coin has, what are the two outcomes it has? Head and tail. And the other coin also has head and tail. Now first let us find the sample space, students, all the possible outcomes. Possible outcome in terms of number, it is known as possible outcome. First let us find all the sample space. Sample space. So whenever you're going to toss two coins, what's the first thing? In one coin, head can fall, and what's the other one? Head and head. All of you will respond. If I toss two coins simultaneously, there are chances of falling head and head. Yes. What's the other combination we have? Tail and tail. Next, in one coin, one head can fall. In the other coin, tail. The next, in the first coin, tail can fall, and in the second coin, head. Is there any other combination apart from this? No. This is known as sample space, and the way you have to write it like this: head and head. First time, both can fall head. Okay, both. Imagine you're going to toss. In your left hand, you're holding one coin, right hand another coin, and both you're going to toss simultaneously. Fine, simultaneously. In the left hand side, you'll get head, right hand side head. In the same way, left hand side you'll get tail, right hand side also tail. Or in the left hand side, whatever you're holding, coin, that can fall as head, the other one tail. The last combination is tail, head. The way you write this is known as sample space. If you convert into number, total how many combinations are there? Total 4 combinations. So this is known as total possible outcome, students. Total possible outcome is 4. And sample space is this. Is it clear? All of you understood? Sample space. I'll ask you a question. What is the probability of falling head, tail? How many such combinations fall? Only one. No, only one. Right? We're not talking about coins, Amy. We are talking about the entire combination. Only one combination, right? So 1 divided by total, how many combinations are there? 4. Yeah, total 4. The answer is 1 by 4. Okay, what is the probability of tail, tail? Only one. We have only one combination, 1 divided by 4. And you can't write directly like this. You have to start like this. Probability of E is equals to N of E. First write the formula divided by N of S. So N of E we know only 1. N of S is the total possible outcome. 1 by 4 is the answer. You don't have to convert into decimal. Only for MCQ they'll ask you all students. This 1 by 4 is nothing but 0.25. If you write 1 by 25, that is enough. Okay, I'll ask you one more question. When you're flipping two coins, is there possibility to get only tail? Is there chances to get only one tail? Is it possible only one tail? When you're flipping two coins, students, two coins, no, right? Is it impossible event or sure event? This becomes impossible event. So what do you mean by this? The question which I asked, in left hand you're holding a coin, in right hand. If you flip simultaneously, if you have two coins, two values should come, right? In left hand side you will get tail, right hand side it can be tail or head. Definitely you should get two values, but how many values did I ask? Only one, student. That is not possible. It is impossible event. If you're having two coins, definitely two outcomes should be there. So remember, if they give only one value, it is 0. Impossible event. A 3 coins question. Okay, they ask even 3 coins question. Let us find sample space for 3 coins. I'll give you all the combination. Imagine you'll have 3 coins, students. You're going to flip all the 3 coins. What are the combination? First, will we get all 3 as head? Next one, tell me the next one. All three head and all three tails. What would be the other combinations? Just guess. What would be the other one? See, first you might get head, head and head. All three if you flip together. Next one, response students. Tail, tail and tail. Then in two coins, you get head and one coin tail. This is possible. Is this possible? Yes. In one coin you'll get head, and what about two coins? Tail. Possible, right? Yeah, tell me the different possibilities like this. What are the different possibilities? Then shall we get two tails and one? Next, one tail in left and one tail on the right and head in between. Even this is possible. Tail, head, tail. Uh, Just figure out all the combinations, students. Tell me the combination. Head. Correct. Head, tail, head. Next, left hand side, two tails are done. Tail, head. Even this is correct. Tail, head, head. Next, that's it. We have written all the combinations, right? Written all. Okay. Now to write this, if you're getting confused, look at that. Total you'll have 8 combinations, students. The total outcome, when remember for 3 coins, the total outcome is 8. I'll give you all a formula. There's a formula for this. I'll give you all that. I'll tell that later. First thing, always start with 3 heads together like this. Next, keep 2 heads as it is. Replace the next one. What should I write here? Head, head, and tail. Next, keep 1 head and all of you will respond. 2 tails. Next, tell me the next one, students. What is the next one we have? No, no. After this, head, tail, tail is done. Tail, head, tail. This is one combination. Next, start with 3 tail. After 3 tail, what will you replace? 2 tails and 1 head. 1 tail and how many heads? 2. Next, left hand side 1 head, right hand side in between 1 tail. These are the 8 combinations. Make a note. The sample space is 8. So total there are 8 combinations. Completed? All of you are done? Okay. Response students. Once again, how will you start this? First you have to write 3 heads. Next, keep 2 heads as it is. Replace 1 tail. After that, keep 1 head. Next, replace with what? 2 tails. I want you all to respond. There's no specific rule that you have to write an order, student. You write however you want, but you'll get confused. Total you should get 8 value. That's the reason I'm teaching. Look, I replaced 1 value. Next, how many t's did I replace? 2 t's, right? After that, which one we started? Which one we have started? Head, right? Right head in between, right? Tail, head, tail. This is done. Next, start for tail. How many tails do we have? Three. Then tell me two tails and what I have to replace the last one with? One head. Next, one tail and how many heads? Two heads. Next, we have taken T, so which one should be in center? Head, tail, head. If you forget this, see, remember you should have 8 combination. If you don't know this, don't know the way to write this, you'll definitely keep repeating the value, students. You'll get confused. So total 8. This is the sample space. So for coin I've given, for 2 coins I've given, and even for 3 coins I've given the sample space. Next, dice. One single die. If I roll one single die, what will be the sample outcome? Sample space, students. Okay, it's not dice, it's actually one single die. Yeah, tell me, how many sides is that? 1, 2, 5, 6. So first time if I roll, I'll get 1. Second time I'll get 2. Third time, fourth time, like that, 6 times. Now 2 dice together. Okay. For singular, we call die, students. When we're using one, we call DIE. When we're using two, we call dice, plural. For plural, it is dice. Okay. Imagine left hand side, same. Left hand, you have one die, right hand, you have one die. If I roll, start with 1, 1. Both can fall as 1, 1, right? All of the response, students, 1, 1. Next, both can fall as one can be 1 and the other one can be 2. So there's order. Follow this order. Next, one can be 1 and the second die can be 3. Next, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5 and 1 comma. Now second die, it can fall 2 on left hand side and the first one can be 1. So look at the order, students. 2 comma 2. What's the next one? 2 comma 3. Next, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5 and 2 comma 6. Next, tell me the next one. 3 comma 1. What do you mean by 3 comma 1? In one day it can fall 3, on the other day it can fall 1. What will be the next one? 3 comma 2. It goes in order. 3 comma 3, 3 comma 4. Next, 3 comma 6. Next one, 3 is done. Now tell me 4, students. 4 comma 1. In the same way, write everything. Then you'll have 5 comma 1. Write everything. 6 comma 1. Complete this. In the last, you'll get 6 comma 6. So anything can fall. This is the order I've given to this to remember. First time when you're rolling, you can get even this order. 2 comma 3. Second time when you roll, you'll get 3 comma 5. Third time when you roll, you'll get 5 comma 1. So these are the combinations I'm giving. There's no specific order. Complete this, students. Write everything when 2 dice are rolled. And the total outcome is 36. Remember this, for a single die, the total outcome is 6, students. 6. There are only 6 values. For a single die, the total outcome is 6. When you roll 2 dice, the total outcome is 36. All of you completed? Just write this, students. You'll get 4 comma 6. Here you'll get 5 comma 6. Complete everything. If you count all these events, you'll get 6 into 6, 36. All of you understood whatever I've taught so far? Sisila, do you have any doubts? Malavika, Kia, Island, Bhargavi, Dia, all of you have understood, right? Is Abigail online? Delicia, Abigail, Amy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine, student. See, I'll give you a formula. Actually, it's not there in the textbook. Remember like this. See, this is the formula, student. Side divide to the power of number. So, what do you mean by side to the power of number? That will give you the direct value. For example, if I take two coins, how many sides two coins have? One coin has how many sides? Tell me. One coin has how many sides? Two. Let me take two here as the base. To the power of number of coins. I have written number here. How many coins are there total? Two coins. What's the answer? Where is? Four. What are the possible outcomes we have? Total possible outcome is four. What are the four possible outcomes? Head, head, tail, tail, head, tail, and tail, head. In the same way, if I take three coins, students, three coins, use the same formula. How many side one coin has? Not all the coin. How many side one coin has? Two side, two side. How many coins are we tossing? Number of coin is three. What is two cube? Eight. Remember we got eight here. Okay, I erased it. Remember we got eight for three coins when we tossed three coins. We had eight, right? Eight possible outcome. Now dice, students, dice. Go with die. If I take one die, how many sides one die has? How many sides? Tell me total. Six sides. How many dice are we rolling? What are the number of dice? Only one. What is 6 to the power of 1? 6. If I take 2 dice, this is how we get the answer. They might ask for MC, ask in MC. If I take 2 dice, tell me how many sides each die has. How many sides it has? 6 to the power of how many dice are we rolling? Total number of dice are 2. What is 6 square? 6 square is 36. Can you see we have 36 combinations? Is this clear, students? Let me take 3 dice now. If I take 3 dice, if they ask for an mostly you don't get question based on this because it's a lengthy value. Okay, let me take 3 dice, students. Total how many sides each dice are? How many sides? Side. How many dice are we rolling together at a time? 3. What is 6 cube? How much is 6 cube? Very good. 216. So how many combinations will we get? 200. All of you respond. 216 combination. I'll just give you example. If I take 3 dice and roll, in the first die I will get 1, 1 and 1. Second die will get 1, 1. All of you respond, students. 1, 1 what? 1, 1, 2, right? Yeah. Third time what will we get? 1, 1, 3. Then 1, 1, 4. 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 6. Second one will get 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. Like this, how many combinations will we get? 216 combinations. It is not possible. That's the reason in your syllabus you don't have 3 dice concept. Okay, so the formula is usually the formula is not given. Remember this, students. Side to the whole power number. You just write number of dice or whatever it is. Just take sides to the power of what you call number of. If it is dice, use die. If it is coin, use coin. Sides to the power of number of coins used. This will give you the direct possible outcome. Okay. Okay, what's the time? 12:22. Today only till 12:40 I'll conduct. Another 10 minutes. So all the combinations I've given, I told you what is sample space, possible outcome, total outcome. Shall we start solving the questions? Response students. Shall we start the question? Okay, I'll start from R.S. Agarwal. For this chapter, I'll use even Selena publication, your textbook. Tomorrow we'll solve from Selena. Because in this R.S. Agarwal, they have given all complicated questions. It is not direct one. Okay, look at the first question, students. What is given? A coin is tossed how many times? A coin is tossed once. Describe the sample space. Sample space is nothing but the total outcome you have to write in what? Sample space. How do you write, students? You have to write in terms of set. A coin has how many sides? Two sides. What are the two sides? Head and tail. This is the answer for sample space. First answer. Second, what is the probability of getting a tail, students? What is the favorable outcome given? Only one, right? You have to write it like this. Probability of tail. T stands for tail. You should write probability of tail. Formula is n of E divided by n of S. S stands for sample space. That is both. Total there are two values. And their favorable outcome is only one, tail. Answer is 1 by 2. I'll send it. I'll send this question. I'll send this paper. Did you all understand? Is this clear? Okay, I'll ask you a question. In natural numbers, what in natural numbers up to 10, natural numbers, or from 1 to 10, students. We'll take numbers from numbers 1 to 10. Find the probability of even numbers. First question. Find the probability of odd numbers. This is the second question. They won't give you in detail. They just give you two questions like this. Find the probability of even and find the probability of what? Odd. From number, how many numbers should we take, students? From number 1 to 10. So first thing, find the sample space. If you're taking number 1 to 10, what are the sample space? What are the total numbers present? All of you will respond. 1, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is how you write in terms of figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is sample space, students. Sample space. In this, what is the probability of event is the first question. So tell me how many even numbers are there in this? 5 even numbers. Now I'll tell you how to write the question answer. So first thing, this sample space is different, students. Sample space, what you also call it as sample space is different. We'll take the first question. Probability of even number is given. Even. So what are the total even numbers you get in this? From 1 to 10, what are the even numbers? Tell me 2, 6, 8 and 10, right? There's even 10. Or let me take, I'll exclude 1. I'll exclude 1. So we'll start from 2, students. 2 to 10. This is the sample space for the first question. The total sample space is different. This is the sample space for the first question. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now let us find the answer. Probability of even number. Probability of even is equal to, what is the total outcome, students? Total how many numbers there? Total 9. In that, what are the even numbers? Total how many numbers are 5? Answer is yes. What's the answer? 5 divided by 9. So probability should be the number. You shouldn't write 2, 4, 6, 8 here. The sample space is 5. Count the numbers and write. This is 5 and this is 9. Now tell me how many odd numbers are there? What are the odd number, students? 3 and 9. So what is the probability of odd? Very good. 4 divided by what is the total sample space we have? 9. First learn this. Tomorrow I'll tell you all. In detail I'll tell you all how to write the answers and we'll solve previous year questions. Probability of odd number. Now in the same set, I have given a set here. In the same set, can you all find the probability of prime numbers? All of you all find the probability of prime numbers, students. Prime. One is not a prime number. Remember, one is neither prime nor composite. Yeah, tell me. Probability. See, I'm just converting this. What question did I ask you, Amy? Probability. My question is, what is the probability of what? A probability of getting. What's the probability of getting prime numbers? This is the elaborated form of what question I've asked. Can you see a probability of getting what? Prime numbers. If they write it like this, question is lengthy, right? So that's the reason probability they use P. What is off meaning? Off is multiplication of. That's the reason they've used bracket here. Can you see in bracket? Even that is multiplication, right? Yeah. Getting prime number. You don't have to write entire prime number here. Just write prime, students. Prime or prime number. This is the meaning. Okay, tell me from 2 to 10 how many prime numbers are there total? A prime number will have only two factors. Yeah, one and itself. Yeah. First, find the sample space. For this question, what is the sample space, students? See, write the question, sample space. For this specific question, 2, 3. What are the prime numbers? 5, 7. There are 4. Okay, whoever doesn't know prime number and composite number, students. If I take 2, what are the tables we get? 2, 1 into 2 and 2 into 1. If I take 4, what are the different answers, students? 1 into 4, 4 into 1, 2 into 2. If I take 9 or if I take 6, give me the answer. 1 into 6, 1. Next. Yes, 2 into 3 and 3 into 2. Total how many values are there, students? There are 4 possible ways to get right. And here, total how many possible ways? 3. So these are composite numbers. 4 and 6 are composite. A prime number will have only 2 possible ways of getting the answer. Only 2. Let me take 5. What are the possible ways to get 5? 1 into 5 and that's it. If I take 7, 1 into 7 and 7 into 1. There's no other way to get 7. Those are known as prime numbers. So for every question you have to write sample space. Then write probability of prime number and write the formula. N of possible outcome divided by N of S stands for sample space. Total how many numbers are there? 4 divided by. Here how many numbers are there? 9. What's the answer? 4 by 9. Is it clear, students? All of you understood? Okay, find the probability of a number multiple of 3. From the given question, find the probability of multiple of 3. Basically 3 times table. Write the sample space. Another 5 minutes. Tomorrow we'll start questions from textbook. In the given question, what are the multiples of 3? Find the answer. Also find multiples of 5. Multiples of 5. And this chapter is for 4 marks. You'll get one 3-mark question, one MCQ question, students. Definitely for 4 marks. It's a very simple concept. First, write the sample space. What are the multiples of 3, students? Yes, in this specific value sets 3, 6 and 9. So what's the answer? Probability of multiple of 3 is equals to n of e divided by n of s. This is not sample space. I got confused. This is n of e, students. N of e, total value. How many numbers are there total? 3. 3 divided by what is the total sample space, students? So total sample space is reduce it. You have to reduce. The answer is 1 by 3. In the same way, find the multiples of 5. First, find possible event n of e values. Yes, n of e is 5 and 10. So probability of, write this entire thing, multiple of 5 is equals to total how many values are there? 2 divided by 9. So all these are probability, students. You divide 2 and 9, you'll get decimal. It'll lie in between 0 and 1. You divide 1 by 3, it'll lie in between 0 and 1. This is the concept of probability. Fine, enough for today. We'll continue tomorrow, 10:30. No, sorry, 11:30. 11:30 to 12:30 or 1 o'clock I'll come. I'll give one question for homework completed. All of you have done this, understood how to solve? Okay, you mostly will get these type of questions, students. In the letter, in the word Monday, in this word, what is the probability of getting vowel? First question. What is the probability of getting a consonant? Try this last question, we'll end the class. Consonant. So first, find the sample space. What's the sample space, students? See, sample space is nothing but just this word. Write in small letters M, comma, B, A, and Y. These are the sample space. In this, what are vowels? You know vowels, right? A, E, I, O, U. Correct. I, O, yeah. O and A. So what's the answer? Probability of vowel? 2 divided by 6. Cancel it. What's the answer? Find the 1 by 3. Find consonant. If it is 2 by 6, 1 by 3 students. Then definitely what is consonant? From 6, if you remove 2, how many? Well, 4 by. This is how you'll get question. They'll give you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They'll tell you to find vowel, consonant. Okay. And they'll give you a question. In a single week, what is the probability of getting Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? Sometimes they'll use and students, and or. Tomorrow I'll be teaching you how to use and or concept, and or, neither, nor. Okay, those kind of concepts. This will do tomorrow. The answer for this is 4 by 6. The final answer is what? 2 by 2. Okay, fine. That's it for today. Attend at 11:30 tomorrow. We'll continue. Delicia and Dia stay online. Delicia and Dia stay online. Others can leave. Yes, bye students. You can go.